G'day people and welcome. I'm Sharyn. When I first started putting zippers into trousers many moons ago, I found them quite intimidating, trying to sew around the zipper pulls and all the other bits and pieces that you had to do. Over time I developed a method of doing it myself, and I'm not even sure where it really got started from. But I can do a zipper now very easily without worrying about those zipper pulls. Today I'm going to show you how I put a zipper guard behind the zipper, and the object of a zipper guard is to stop our skin getting caught in zipper teeth. When I finished my video on the red pants and putting the zip in, when I opened up the zip I exposed a zipper guard, but this is what it looked like before the zipper guard went in. So the overlap, this side, underlap, just the zip. And the purpose of a zipper guard is actually to put something between your body, your skin and the zip, so that your skin doesn't accidentally get caught in the zip. So how do I go about making a zipper guard? This is a piece of quilting fabric. It doesn't need to match the fabric in the trousers. It certainly can, but it doesn't need to. What I'm looking to get is a folded edge here. So this is just 2 light layers of fabric, and it needs to end up, so I want to have that bit of fabric there that stops skin being exposed to the zipper teeth. I'm going to start with a piece of fabric that is long enough to cover the length of the zip, and I want to fold it in half, right sides together. I need that folded edge to come beyond the zipper teeth, and if you have a look in a pair of jeans it will usually do so by 1 to 2 centimetres. At the bottom end I actually want it to pretty much follow this sort of curve, and that sort of curve is what I'm looking for. I'm going to stitch along that curve, and then I'm going to trim quite close to the stitching and turn it in the right way. Here is my zipper guard. I've done the stitching and turned it through and pressed it, so I've got a nice crease on this side. This is where I want it to go. Something like that. So I'm going to put some pins down here, and I'm attaching it just to the underlap side, and then I'm going to stitch on top of the top stitching that I did when I was putting the zip in. I won't be able to go all the way down because there's a join here in the fabric, but I will be able to go a lot of the way down there. I'm stitching this in the same way that I stitched the zip and top stitched down this underlap side. I am just going to use my zipper foot, keeping that edge on the folded edge and stitching down as far as I comfortably can. Because the zip is now all finished down here, I can't move the zipper pull out of the way above it easily. And it really doesn't matter that much. If I just get close down here, that will be enough to hold this down, because I'm going to do some other stitching inside. And that's about as far as I can go comfortably, so I'm going to do a lock stitch. From the back, that's how far down I got with that stitching. You can see there's further I could go, but I got stuck with the zipper pull. If I now take this over this way, I can stitch it again, but I'll just change my zipper foot across and stitch up here. From the front, everything looks beautifully finished. From the back, not so much. I've still got a big piece here that is unnecessary, and I also have part of this front extension that is unnecessary. There are a couple of ways I can fix this up. I can put the right front under and use my overlocker and stitch down here, taking all of this off, and that will both cut it off and finish the edge at the same time. Alternatively, I can cut it off with scissors and do a zigzag over the edge. Works either way. I'm going to do it with my overlocker, but you can't get super close in here with an overlocker. On an overlocker there are a couple of little tiny bits marked here on the foot, and they indicate where the left needle is going and where the right needle is going. By placing my fabric with that line of stitching against that part of the foot, I should be able to get the whole way down. That is now stitched, and I don't have near so much fabric on the back. The only thing left to do on this fly guard is to actually do a little bit of catch stitching between fly extension and the fly guard to stop it from folding all the way back, and that can be done either with a few hand stitches or with a little bit of sewing on a sewing machine. That's the back of my finished zipper guard. I can't fold it all the way back because I have now done some stitching down here which stops it from turning back, and it's attached to the extension. From the right side, my zipper looks perfectly normal, and when I open it, there is my zipper guard. Zipper guards don't take very long to do, and they make your garments look nicer and operate more nicely. The top of the zipper guard will be caught in the waistband when I make that, and the bottom has that bit of catch stitching to stop things from moving where they shouldn't be. All in all, they're a bit of fun, especially if you use interesting fabrics, because nobody else is ever going to see the fabric you put in your zipper guard. Great fun for kids too. I hope you've learned something, and I'll see you next time.